So this week, I'm using the subject of hurting, not harming. Now, this is a core principle I believe everybody with pain should be embracing and therefore moving forward to a better recovery, a better outcome than what you're currently achieving. And if you don't get this right, basically you could be housebound, even bedbound. And I've had patients, unfortunately, been in bed not just for a month or a year or a few years. I've had patients in bed, incapacitated with pain for 50 years. Life ruined because this principle was not heeded to. So hurting, not harming. So what is that about? Well, it comes from the basic principle of our bodies and protection. Because when we come up against acute pain, for example, you're walking on the grass barefoot, enjoying nature, and all of a sudden something sharp is in your left foot beside your heel, and your instant reaction is to remove that foot away from danger, because pain equals danger for the physiology of the body. And the problem with chronic pain is the pain doesn't go away, so you can't just lift your foot off the glass like you can in an acute situation. You're left with this chronic state that continues to go on and on and on. So that's why people in pain often regress and they don't want to move. They don't want to get up and keep going with their life or to do as many things as they would really like, because this inert system within the brain to the body and then body back to the brain, it's a loop system, literally gives us the signal of danger, and we need to protect ourselves. And if we're not moving, you could say is the instinctual thing to do to save us from more harm. And in this situation, what happens is the limbic system learns a system where movement equals pain equals damage. And that's the key. We think we're actually damaging our bodies when we move, and it's not true. Give an example. Somebody this week mentioned that they were in the yard doing more activities than they should have done, and all of a sudden their back pain got triggered. And therefore the belief is, well, going to the yard and doing my activities is damaging my back, therefore I can't do that. And that's the interesting thing. You know, we're learning from our experience that we shouldn't do movement. And I like to twist that around and say, look, that's not accurate. Your brain has been learning, and we now know from the MRI functional scanning that can be done in patients with chronic pain, it's the limbic system. That's right at the heart of your brain, behind your eyes, right in the core of your brain. That's where the spinal cord comes up and it meets the brainstem, and a few areas that lead into a place called the thalamus and the third ventricle. And it's literally a space where you have cerebral spinal fluid. That's the fluid that goes around your spine and also around your brain. This is where the heart of the brain is, because in that area there are several control centers. One is pain, two is thoughts and emotion. The next is the center for controlling sleep and also learning and memory, and also the autonomic nervous system. So that learning that your foot or your back or whatever part of your body is sore is damaged is basically a faulty memory system and a faulty learning system right within the limbic. So we need to change how that works. And many of my live streaming and my other educations point to how do we do that. But tonight we're just talking about hurting, not harming, and understanding it. So we have a faulty system. It says we can't move because it causes damage, and it's not true. So the flip of that is, let's start slow. Let's do our activities. So if you're going out to the yard, don't expect to do some digging or weeding or like an hour of lawn mowing. Like, that's just too much. Maybe go out, and if you've got some work to do, if you could say pot plants, you could maybe get somebody to help you put them up at a higher level and do the work at a better level for your neck and your back. Or you could squat down, keep your back straight, and do some work with a little bit of weeding, but not too much. Or do activities that are more simple. Buy tools that you could utilize to lift up items rather than bending down for a long period of time. So you can do activities, but start slow and build it up safely. And once you get the confidence that that's okay, you can maybe extend the length of time you're doing it. Instead of 10 minutes, you could do 20 minutes and then 30 minutes. And once you're okay with that, you could do more arduous type activities, building it up, listening to the intelligence of the body, because the body doesn't lie, and it'll tell you if it's too much or too little. But in your mind, tell yourself, this is hurting, it's not harming, and don't do too much too quickly. So the whole thing here is we're retraining your brain with principles where you can literally get on with your life and move. Never give up. Quit. I love this statement, winners never quit and quitters never win. So true in this world of chronic pain. Never give up. It doesn't matter where you start. You could be stuck at home with a walking stick and you can't do much. Well, just walk around the living room, walk around the house, then walk around maybe up and down the street for a minute or two, and then walk to the mailbox, maybe it's 10 minutes. Slowly increase over time. And say you can only do 5-minute walking. Well, you can maybe repeat that 3-4 times a day. If it gives you no pain, do that. You're up to 20 minutes in a day. And before you know it, you're moving on down the road. And my tip on this is just keep the simple things. Walking is the best exercise of all, in my opinion. You can go beyond that if you want, but it's cheap, it doesn't cost anything, and we're made to move. All living creatures move. Whether you're a one-cellular amoeba or you're the elephant in the plains of Africa, we're all meant to move. So I encourage you, start slow, do it safely, and move on one step at a time. Because if you don't move, you're going to lose this battle. So it's moving or losing. You decide. So I hope you like that. Please leave a comment for me on this subject. It's really important to get some interaction with you and my live audience. And if you're listening to a recording of this on YouTube, then leave a message. I'll get back to you. My team will support me in this so we can have a dialogue on any of these subjects. And if you've got a burning question or a burning subject you'd like me to answer or a subject to cover, please send it in at Dr. Wayne Phimister, my name, WAYNEPHIM for mother, ISTER @gmail.com. And I look forward to your emails and interactions. So thanks so much, and you have a great day.